Alright everyone, welcome back again to more of Slay of the Princess. We've gone through a couple loops already with this game, and we are just about to find out what happens next in this new, I guess, venue, if anything. If it's all the same, I'm pretty sure it's not though. I think it keeps changing little by little. We may not see big drastic scenario changes, but something does happen that's a lot different than our previous encounter, I believe. So here we go again.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I think this time I'm going to ignore the mirror and just go straight down without the blade.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I know we're entering.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. Are you sure? Yes.
Okay, so he's gonna... Alright, so we still gotta take it regardless. Alright.
You take the blade from the tape. Thanks. I mean it.
Okay. That's different.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Okay, this time we will not inspect the other chain.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I will do no such thing. Not in this particular scenario. I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just gonna leave her here. Leave the princess sit.
You step towards the princess.
There's fine.
Yep.
That's reasonable.
Let's sit where we were before.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor.
Thank you. Now.
Alright, my intentions, as per usual, is not to hurt you. Alright, I asked this before. What'd you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous. But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing. Oh please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon.
Which is why I'm gonna do it.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
Exactly, we don't know. And that's what makes it interesting.
So, what should we do?
Give her the knife.
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
She could kill us, yes, but then at least we'll get a different scenario.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
She's never ended the entire world thus far, though. Every time we get out of the cabin, the weird entity always takes her.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. and whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
You know what? The skeptic does make sense, though. I like him. Okay. I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? You were asking about my intentions earlier. What did you mean by that? I'm not giving you a weapon. You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to distrust me, right? I'm not giving you a weapon in case you've forgotten you've killed me with it last time. I can cut you out of here. I'm not giving you a weapon. Alright, screw it. We're gonna trust her. Okay, I'm trusting you.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place. Do you think this will work? Interesting that you're only having us remain in place. It's almost like there are very real limits to your power. I don't know what you're talking about.
True.
The world ends if we fail, right? Her killing us might not be our only failure state, if you catch my meaning. I don't know where you're going with this. Could you explain? Yes, explain it. Sure. I'm insinuating that we could kill ourselves. Ruin this whole thing. You wouldn't. I'm not afraid of dying. Are you? A little. You got your point across. Fine.
See, that's also the thing. Whenever the entity takes her and we follow through and go into its world, it gave me a choice of fighting it and ending my own life. I never went with that because I felt like it would be the wrong call, but because they're bringing it up now, it might lead to another new alternative. So we might give that a shot if we have the opportunity.
You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat.
Oh, don't do this. Why?
What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
Oh.
No.
Oh, we're gonna have to watch it in easy silence. We have to see it through. Oh, God.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, her smile unwavering as she soars through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck.
Oh.
I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself? She isn't dead yet. Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
She's not a Lego piece, dude.
The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world. Are you sure she's not winking at us? Obviously not. She is thoroughly deceased. I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward. We should take her with us, don't you think? What? No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that? I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right? You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave.
Why would you kill herself, though?
Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them. I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things, the danger has passed. You can relax.
The fact that he's telling us to stop reading into things makes me want to read further in.
I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down.
The skeptic knows.
I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
Oh, we're taking her with us. Well, that's what we're gonna do.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin. Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She did.
She didn't. She's dead.
No, she was winking. It was weird.
What if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Leave the cabin and claim your reward. Is there another option here? Click her face? Click her ears? Pick her nose? No? Nothing? Okay.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
Free a prisoner. Okay.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already... Over? Is he gone? But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
It's coming after her again. Here we go again.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Here we go. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin. Here we go again.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
You know, we could have done this without them getting back her body. The severed head was enough.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Alright, how about we end this? What happens if I destroy my body? We're gonna super save again over here. You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Huh. So you won't let me go. Interesting. Alright, have you figured out what you'll want when you leave? Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind? You know at the end of this I'm gonna kill you. What do you think of this vessel? It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No. Alright, so, seeing as how we're here again, Anything makes me like you more? I already answered that. No, not really. It all seems distant as soon as I'm near you. You're torturing me. I hate it, and I think I hate you. Remain silent.
You are what brings me meaning. Know that the pain of your journey will subside in due time.
So there's an end point.
But you still have a ways to go before we are done.
Okay. Well, then, round 2. Or round 4? I think it's round 4.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Bring the prisoner's head to her.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Okay. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to Ender was because she's locked up? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for this? Sweet, I've always wanted to off the monarch. Viva la revolution. Let's go.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. We're not going to go through with this. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty. The blade.
Alright, we're gonna do this again the way we did it before. Into the basement without the blade.
The daughter, her voice
Hello? Is someone there?
is hypnotizing.
We did this before. Okay, continue down. Or we can go, I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
That's funny.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding. She's beautiful. I
remember
am
this.
begging.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Really?
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
I didn't do it before.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No, no key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas? I know you do, but let me see if you have any other ideas besides what you tend to always do.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Ugh.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about you attempted to make your way out of the base. Is someone else here? You try the door. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. Easier for whom? Easier for...
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Alright,
issues
okay,
the
skip
blade
it,
from up,
skip
or
it, skip
you
it.
won't...
Save the princess.
Against you cut. The blade is sharp. Her lip. She did know. She smiles softly. How is...
Alright, let's get out of here.
No. We won't have any of that. The state as the princess... Wait, watch me.
What are you doing?
Nope, nope, nope. Oh, it won't let me warn her this time. Wow. Wow. That's the difference. I can't warn her anymore. The narrator won't allow it. Hold on. See if I can ignore. There has to be another. Come on, other choices. I mean,
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time?
oh, something changed now.
I don't know what's come over you. But if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, it's not enough to stop her. You feel you collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over.
Well, it wouldn't have been if you didn't freaking block my chances of trying to warn her and save her.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Alright, here we go
You're
again.
on a path, you're here.
Alright. What am I doing here? She's going to kill me again. So, sure. She also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again? Leave. Okay. Just go in.
A warning. She will lie. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
I never met the opportunist. That's interesting. Alright, another new one.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
This whole area is new now. We never had this design before. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Approach the mirror, take the blade, enter the basement without the blade.
No blade. I hope you know what you're getting us into. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
No, I'm just taking chances. Oh, the mirror disappeared.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
That's a new range of voicing right now. Hello.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
Yeah, but the problem is, if you truly knew what was going on, you would notice that all my choices were killing you, and the only one that wanted to save you was not highlighted. So you don't truly know what's going on.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
Alright, opportunist, let's hope you're right.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
Oh, she's like a wolf now.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
Let's get some info out of her still.
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
See, the opportunist gets it.
Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
And no, good sir, you're the reason why things are a lot more difficult.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
I'm sorry about last time. Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, right? I get the sense that you're not happy with me. I'm unarmed. That's a gesture of goodwill, so why don't we talk it out? Look, I know. Things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up. Can't you get out of those on your own? Those chains didn't stop you last time. I have a nagging feeling that you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out of here. I don't trust you. Alright, I'm going to go with this.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Okay. So we're at an impasse. Neither of us are going to get anywhere if we can't trust each other, unless you want to fight. But I don't want to fight. Can't you get out of those on your own? Those chains didn't stop you with that last time. Okay, Okay. Look, I know. Things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Okay, I didn't bring my blade down, remember? How am I supposed to get you out of those chains? Okay, why do I have a nagging feeling you're gonna stab me in the back if I help you out of here? I don't trust you. Okay, I didn't bring my blade.
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Okay, great. Let's get out of here.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
I get the sense that you're not happy with me. Why do I have a nagging feeling? Okay, let's leave. Leave with the princess. She might kill me, but listen. Let's try it out. Who knows?
Yes, let's.
Oh, she's gonna kill me.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Yep, this isn't looking good for me.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her.
We're gonna have to, man.
Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time.
Exactly.
You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Step onto the stairs. Alright, let's go.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her. No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened. You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? Why did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight.
Ouch.
Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up.
Really? Can't get up?
Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that?
Because we stabbed her in the back, or technically the narrator did.
It's what I would have done. Have you considered not being like that? Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
Can't get back up. What the hell was that for? I was trying to help you out here. We were never going to get up those stairs, were we? We could have gotten out of here if we just trusted each other.
Why would I ever trust you? Your hands have spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either. You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you. By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back. And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first. Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it? The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's got as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. World could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
That's a pretty long wait and watch.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape.
Oh, so it still comes after, even after the... That's so weird. It didn't come...
I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
She's gone. Where did she go? Is that a mirror?
Here we go again. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
The remains. You've unraveled. You find yourself in a long, quiet place again.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
I don't like what this hand is doing here.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a question? Is that a question? Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? Trees and stars, and there are people. Do you think that anything is real out there? In the vessel. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken? I'll be back with everyone else. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but none of them. One of them is something else I can call them. The narrator. Last stage. If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just gonna stay here. Alright, I guess we can go with... There are voices that speak to me, some of them are me, but...
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
There's trees and stars. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Alright, how many more vessels?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Ah, interesting. Okay, if this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just gonna stay right here. Alright, well, let's go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Bring the witch to her.
You're on a path. You're here.
Alright everyone, I'm gonna end the video here for today. Thank you all for watching. It seems we got a couple of new routes that we unlocked, and apparently the next encounter with her, in which we free her from the cabin, may or may not be the last time we do the whole entity thing. I'm not certain, because again, we don't know how this will truly end, and I'm very sure that this has more than 3 or 4 endings. I think it has like multiple, so I guess we'll see how it all goes in the next one. So thank you again for watching.